CTE is for everyone because it's not only career skills, a lot of it is life skills. I know every one of our courses push employability, and that's something that you don't get in your normal curriculum.
I would say CTE is for everyone. CTE classes are different than their gen ed classes. You have the ability to learn some technical skills that you would be able to apply to your personal toolbox as far as something to do for yourself rather than hiring somebody to do something for you.
CTE is for everyone. As a homeschooler, I never had the time schedule that a lot of public schoolers did, but when I got into the CTE program, I recognized that showing up on time every single day was important, and that doing your work thoroughly and going beyond those expectations and connecting with the teachers just gave you one more avenue to improve your grade and get to know people.
Well, CTE is for everyone because there's less girls in this field, but it's a super useful skill for everyone. It's not just for guys. It's pretty easy. There's nothing that's too hard for girls. Even when I came here first, my teacher told me that we might not have the strength for some of the stuff, but if we keep working at it, we'll get it.
CTE is for everyone because anyone can do any sort of work that they want to. Automotive, anyone can do it. Welding, anyone can do it. Nurse's aid, anyone. Even if you're not going into the field, CTE is for everyone.
CTE is for everyone because everybody's included. Everybody gets to do some stuff. They get their tasks done. They can all be participating. It don't matter who you are. Just come in here, learn stuff, gather some skills up.
Industry credentials that they can come away with from these classes that, it's not just a grade. It's meaningful after school.
From within this class, they're learning other skills than just the technical automotive skills. They're learning the organizational skills. You learn time management skills. You would also learn the kinesiology of hand-eye coordination using power tools or hand tools, which that goes a long way now when a lot of people don't tinker as much for just personal enjoyment. So there's a lot of things that come out of the class just beyond acquiring technical skills.
I want to be a pediatrician, so CNA is really going to help me get into the medical field as like an entry-level job. Really get a gist of what it feels like to be in it, especially with clinicals. Well, it really changed my perspective on life. I used to not dive right into stuff, but now I just get right in there and get it done, and it just helps a whole lot.
I've always been interested in automotive world, and I love that it's all hands-on basically, and you get to learn how to fix your own car.
I've really liked the teachers and the confidence that working with my hands and knowing these mechanical concepts that I had no idea about before, I liked the confidence that gave me. And I've gained interpersonal skills with other students in a coworker kind of sense that I never have before. In CTE classes, you have to work with other students. You can't be a lone wolf all the time. And that was something I didn't have experience with before, but now I feel confident in doing.
I like that we can bring in our own cars. It's helped me save some money, learn how to be a good employee, and stick to your safety skills, but also think for yourself. I like that I get the chance to work on cars and learn about things that I wouldn't at home or at normal school.
For anyone taking a CTE class, it's a very good thing. It's a very good learning experience, especially for not just only the class you're taking, but other work skills as well.
They should take them because they can teach you a lot of valuable skills. Even if you're not going to become what they're meant for, you'll still know how to do that. Like if you want to work on your car later in life without bringing it to a mechanic, you already have the skills to do it now.
If they're afraid to take one of these classes because they're not sure what they're getting into, they are not alone. Nobody really knows what they're getting into until you actually step foot into the classroom. I mean, everybody to some degree has that feeling, so you're not alone.
Because everyone should have the opportunity to not feel scared about the unknown. They should have the opportunity to gain that knowledge if they want it. and they should have the opportunity to realize that all these concepts are big and scary on the outside, but once you're in the shop and your hands are dirty and a teacher is talking you through it, it's not that bad anymore. Before coming to both of my CTE classes, I was scared. I thought everyone knew everything about what I was going into and that I was just going to be behind. I had no idea what I was doing, and it would be really obvious that I was a black sheep. But getting into those classes and being with those students and with the teachers, I realized that everyone was at the same level as I was. Everyone is a student here. No one here is professional except the teachers. So conquering that fear of the unknown was really satisfying, and it allowed me a lot of confidence in the skills that I learned and in my abilities to do it again wherever I choose to go.
One thing I was nervous about taking this class is the hands-on stuff. Like I was nervous about like maybe I would like mess something totally up, but as you get used to it, you don't mess things up. You get taught how to do it correctly.
Nurse's aide, I was a little bit nervous that I'd be the only guy in there. It doesn't really feel awkward anymore. It did at first, but then it just made some friends, so it's kind of just fine.
I was always scared I was going to drop the car off the lift, but I don't think that's really possible. Just don't be scared to take it.
To try to help ease that, pair up with one of your friends and take it with a friend. Talk to the prior students, talk to the instructor, let people know what's going on.